for the less conventionally attractive men, I think a lot of women are just generally more open to chatting with them, um, and it leads to the man actually being able to build more rapport with the more connection with the woman. Where if they close off to us, it's harder to even connect with them because they're so closed off. And like this can actually lead to hurting your ego. Like before I understood this, I actually thought something was wrong with me. Like I remember back in school, I went to school with a lot of Asian students who are tend to be very shy, right? And sometimes like when we'd be leaving, like it would seem like they'd really like me, right? But then when I'd leave with my friends, they'd like wave at everybody and say goodbye to everybody except for me. Like they wouldn't look at me and say goodbye. Like that type of thing would happen sometimes. I'd be like, what is wrong with me? It actually hurt my confidence for like years because of that. Or I'd get like some version of them that was like, it was like frozen, you know? Like for example, they'd be like chatting it up, laughing all you know, loose and stuff around like some dude who's like more mid attractive or less. And then like when I would come around, then they just be like frozen. Like they don't have much to say, you know what I'm saying? And like and for a long time, like that really hurt my confidence. I thought that there was something wrong, you know? And I remember there was this one girl who would like never even talk to me, right? But then finally her friend like talked her into like admitting that she liked me, even though she was like frozen and like would never even say a word to me. But her friend finally convinced her to tell her that, or tell me that she liked me. And I was like thankfully for those little experiences, I know because of, you know, little experiences like that, you know, some of those women are just frozen and they don't know what to do when they're around a handsome man. And I think sometimes they'll even, you know, try to look charismatic to another man in front of me, like trying to get my attention. You know what I'm saying? Like I can tell that they like me, but then they'll be all gregarious with the dude who's like in the room, but I almost feel like it's for me, if that makes sense. Like they'll be super gregarious with like the 50-year-old dude who's like their teacher or something like that. But it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like it's extra, almost like it's for me, but they don't do that for me. They just act like that in front of me, you know? It's like when I finally talk to them, sometimes it's like they're frozen, you know? And it sucks because a lot of the shy girls are some of the best ones. So it's the dudes. It's like I want the shy introverted girl. I'm more of an introvert. You know, I think people assume that more handsome men are like not like extroverted or like not intelligent or something like that. But I'm more introverted. Like I want the shy woman, but it's hard when you're like you have things that people think you're an extrovert for no reason or for no good reason. I think that the community that you grow up around also has an influence too. Like for me, I said that, you know, I grew up around a lot of Asian people. And what I've noticed is that a lot of the women don't really care. They tend to go for more mid men, like dudes who are like nerds or like dad bods. Especially when they choose like white men. They'll choose like either a dude who's like super skinny and nerdy, or they'll choose like somebody who's like a dad bod, like kind of like overweight dad bod nerd who's like very socially intelligent. But modern society is, you know, very confusing when it comes to like the messages we're sending women. Like we're sending them, like with feminism, like we're kind of sending them the message that, you know, women need to compete with men, or it's dangerous for there to be a strong man. Like it's dangerous, you know, masculinity is dangerous. That's what they're taught. So it's very confusing. It's not as straightforward anymore, where I bet in the 80s or whatever, you could just be handsome and that would make women want to be with you. But not now. You know, women are scared and they're confused and they don't know what they want. And I think one thing that, you know, hurt my confidence, you know, growing up is that you realize that women do prioritize their safety over just hanging out with any sort of guy, even if he's handsome. So I used to think, oh, my looks will overcome it. But if you approach a woman in public, a lot of the time, even if you're super attractive, or even if your conversation skills are really good, they're not gonna necessarily even go out with you or give you their number. And that hurt my confidence a lot, because I thought that, you know, I could just go up and chat with a woman anywhere. But it's not always, it's not always like that. Even if that woman maybe never got asked out by a conventionally attractive man in her entire life, or even if she has no options in her life for dating, it's still possible they're going to prioritize their safety rather than go out with a man that they don't know. So you can't just use your attractiveness like anywhere anywhere in space. You can't, or anywhere in the city. You can't just walk up to a woman on the train, blah blah blah. I mean, sometimes you can. Sometimes I'll get dates off of that, off cold approach, but often, you know, it's like you're not gonna get the best results off a cold approach, and that can be confusing when you're first like growing up as a more conventionally attractive man. Sometimes even in public, I'll have people not help me, like shopkeepers. Like they'll be helping everybody else, but they'll like look at me and not help. I think it's like because they're intimidated, and I thought like there's something wrong with me. And this is even the case like when you see those people in public who are like volunteers handing out flyers and stuff like that. Like they'll hand out a flyer to everybody, but they won't hand it to me. They'll just look away. And I'll be like for a long time I didn't know. I thought, is there something wrong with me? I thought I was literally emitting like some sort of like intimidating energy or something. And that hurt my confidence. And just other kind of like interesting things that would happen. Like I swear I've seen women like smile, and then like they'll look straight to the left of me or to the right, and then I'll look to the left or look to the right, and there's nobody there. So I'm like, oh, she was smiling at me, but she didn't want to take too much of a risk to look directly at me. So they look slightly to the left or slightly to the right. Like I've had that happen before, and it's like, it's just weird things where it's like, well, she would have smiled at me. And I don't know, like, if women think that handsome men just, their MO is just to go after women, so that if I miss a cue, maybe they're never gonna give a cue again, and I'll just miss it. But yeah. And it's like the other thing is like, how do I even make the woman feel special? Like, because she might just think that I'm going after other women. But another thing I want to talk about, and this was the really confusing one, and I learned to watch for this, and this is women who have boyfriends who will flirt with me. And this is so irritating because like they will start off as if they're single, like flirting with me, blah blah blah, but the second I show interest, they just cold switch on me. The second I show interest, they'll just go cold. It's like as if they wanted my validation, and then since they got it, then they stopped. And then I find out that they have a boyfriend, or I'll ask them out and they have a boyfriend, and then they'll try to play it off like they didn't know that they were flirting with me. And like for example, even this girl not that long ago was like flirting heavily with me at work, and then when I tell her, oh, I want to give you my number, she's like, that wouldn't be appropriate because I have a boyfriend. And then she started going hecka cold on me, even though she was all nervous and giggly and playing with her hair, and she even ran into the wall because she was so nervous and trying to come up and introduce herself to me, you know. And then the other thing is that sometimes these women with boyfriends will go cold, hot and cold over and over again. I run into them, they're super up, like high energy, and the next time it's like they try to ignore me. It's like they're trying to balance their own morality. Like they don't want to flirt with me, but so they have to pull away for a day. And it's not that I care, but because obviously they have a boyfriend, I'm not supposed to be with them. But the point is that growing up, I wasn't aware of why I would get positive and then super negative interactions, and then I would find out these women have boyfriends. And it's like, even sometimes they can't help but have such a positive reaction when they see me. Like one time I was in the grocery store, I swear this happened. I was walking down the grocery store and this chick started smiling at me. this chick in the grocery store was with her boyfriend and started smiling at me, and then she like broke out of it. She was like, oh my gosh, I'm not supposed to be doing that. Like that was the look on her face, and she like grabbed her boyfriend and like kissed him really quick. And like that's happened multiple times. Well, where I'm walking past a couple, and like the woman will like grab her man like suddenly right when I pop up. Not like because they're scared, but it's like there'll be other people there, and they see me and grab their boyfriend because they got guilty, you know. And even the men will do this too because they're insecure. When they see a conventionally attractive man, they'll like grab their girlfriend and start like kissing all over them and stuff like that, because they're insecure about when they see a handsome man. I always thought, damn, like it's just something that's confusing and could even be angering, because it's like women will use their validation. So now when women flirt with me, I actually often assume that they have a boyfriend, you know. And sometimes those women with boyfriends are the easiest ones to get. Like those are the ones that actually like a lot of the time the really attractive women, if they like me, it's because they're already married, and like maybe their boyfriend or their husband isn't as conventionally attractive and they want something to do with me. But yeah, I think that's a whole nother thing, where they marry someone who they're not really that attracted to, who pays the bills and is a safe father, and then when they meet me, they want me because I show courage and I'm more conventionally attractive. I remember this one girl in my college. She liked me so much. She's like, I want to hang out with you. I want to do this and that and that, blah, blah, blah. And then like a month later, I ran into her when she had a boyfriend. I figured out that she had a boyfriend. She acted like she didn't even know me. It's like because they feel guilty on their conscience, because she knows that she liked me. She knows that she still likes me. But she literally acted like she didn't even know me. Like she was silent the whole day, like one word answering me, would not talk to me in the group of people. And it's like she went from being so into me. Then when she had a boyfriend, it's like I didn't even do nothing wrong. I didn't even ask her out. I never did. Like, and I didn't even do nothing wrong, but yet they're transferring that guilt onto me, you know, because they have a boyfriend. They feel guilty about liking me, and that negativity or that judgment, I guess it's not really judgment, but it feels like that, like there's something wrong with me, and I had to figure out that there was nothing wrong. And that's like the hard part of like being handsome, more conventionally attractive. And like, I guess that's the other thing too, is like when it does come to judgment, like you never know when a woman is just angry at handsome men. Like handsome men, we're kind of the representatives. Like more conventionally attractive guys are like the representatives of men. Like we kind of are the image of men. Like, you know, if you were to think man, the image of a man, you think of a muscular guy like throwing a spear or something like that, you know? Or like some dude who has like a beard and he's like in the war, like shooting a gun. Like, so we're kind of the representatives of men. So if women don't like a man, or they've been hurt by a man, they're gonna direct their anger towards us, right? So it's like, and also there's just an excuse to bully us and have no empathy for us. Like if a woman or anybody wants to have no empathy for us, they'll just consider that evening the score. Like if they want to mistreat us, they'll think that we're already up, and then they want to even the score. And that's what, you know, many of the liberals think about good-looking white men, that they can treat us any way they want, and they're just evening the score because they already think that we're on top of the world and we dominate everyone.